There is a fictional game character, Yhorm the Giant, from Dark Souls, who enlightens me on the subject of leadership to a great extent. Yhorm held two great swords, the Storm Rulers, that brings giants to their knees, and before facing his fate of becoming a lord, he gave one to the humans who doubted him and left the other to a dear friend. As a leader, I see in him a rare merit. He has the courage to be challenged and defeated by his subordinates. To think metaphorically, I have seen a few leaders in the real world who are capable of doing the same, but the majority lack such courage. Too many leaders are too fearful of losing their positions that they go all out to hide their weaknesses and flaws and try to play the role of an almighty superior. As a result, their focus shifts from achieving the goal of the team to maintaining their power as leaders. Different opinions are no longer welcomed, and the diverse strengths of team members are suppressed, only to show that the leaders are always right. From my perspective, modern industries don't need invincible leaders. We're living in a world where people are usually highly specialized in their own fields, and no leaders can be true expertise in every problem the team encounters. Only when a leader is open to doubts and challenges, and only when he dares to be bettered by his team members, can a team pull all their strengths together and focus on the real objective. In summary, I suggest all leaders introspect and recognize your own drawbacks, and grant your subordinates the chance to reinforce with their advantages. Ask yourselves, where is your storm ruler?
Leadership voices are common. To me, what leaders really need to overcome voice is human leadership. It is time for leaders to stop role-playing and get to know the best leadership tool is yourself. Especially when we are struggling in an increasingly volatile, uncertain, and complex world. Faced with devastating challenges like COVID-19 and compounding change in companies, more than ever, I think we need human leaders. And by human leadership, I mean the leaders who have mastered the art of human connection and have high emotional intelligence. One of the biggest gaps causing leadership voice. These human leaders are authentic and empathetic. They can emotionally understand what other people feel, see things from their perspective, and imagine themselves in their place. The benefits are twofold. First, in a pretty diverse workplace today, age, culture, personality, skill, human leadership helps leaders recognize people for who they really are, accept their unique contribution, treat them with respect, and realize their value. This emotional intelligence comprehends and honors all people's equal rights to equality, dignity, and integrity. Second, human leadership speaks to the true value of an organization and guides each member of the team from entry level to executive managers through tough challenges backed up with trust, forming a cohesive group that shares a single mindset, a unified purpose, and is pumping up to succeed. Honestly, regardless of job title, all of us, leaders and team members alike, are human beings. Leadership voices are not a problem, but ignoring them will be. My experience is trying to connect with our team and make them feel valued in a personal way. After all, it's all about bringing out the best in our team while showing compassion for their situation.
Among all leadership competencies, in my opinion, empathy could be the most critical one, which I have seen many leaders are lacking of. A famous business writer in China is a great example of such leaders. Last year, he said something outrageous in a TV show. So I think most people are useless. I'm an elitist. I don't think the world needs so many people to think about problems at the same time. It is not surprising that people in power have lower levels of empathy. And it obviously is not the only one. That the meat cake is the most famous quote attributed to Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France during the French Revolution. And the story goes, it was the Queen's response upon being told that her starving peasant subjects had no bread. In fact, power blocks empathy. This has been scientifically proven. Researchers found that no more powerful or less compassionate towards the difficulties described by the less powerful. Also, researchers at the University of Illinois found that those who were in higher social class were less able to read emotions than were those who were lower in social class. If we trace back to Three Kingdoms period in Chinese history, there was a famous warlord called Liu Bei. His humble background didn't become a burden in his life. On the contrary, it helped him to be successful. Because he used to be humble, he knew humble people's difficulty. In other words, he had empathy, which most monarchs didn't have. He treated his subordinates as his family. He treated his common people as his children. Though he was not the most powerful warlord at that time, a lot of people were willing to follow him just because of his personality charm. In a similar way, leaders' personality charm is an important factor to keep excellent people in nowadays company. If leaders have empathy and give mental care to employees rather than just offer salary, employees are more likely to have a sense of belonging, so that they will be more responsible to take care of their job actively.